Long ago, in a small island in the heart of the vast Pacific Ocean, a thriving community lived in harmony with nature. The men would set sail at dawn, casting their nets into the deep blue sea, while the women tended to lush gardens, harvesting fruits and vegetables. Children played along the golden shores, their laughter echoing against the gentle waves. Life was peaceful, simple, and full of joy. But one fateful day, that peace was shattered. The Serpent's wrath. A dark shadow loomed over the horizon. The fishermen who had ventured far from the shore were the first to see it. A monstrous figure slithered beneath the surface, its presence sending shivers down their spines. Then, without warning, the creature erupted from the sea. A massive ancient serpent, its scales dark as night, eyes glowing like burning embers. Its gaping mouth revealed rows of razor-sharp teeth, and with a horrifying roar, it lunged at the island. Panic ensued. The villagers screamed as the beast crashed onto the shore, devouring everything in its path. It slithered through the village, destroying homes and feasting on those unfortunate enough to be caught in its way. Terror spread like wildfire, and in desperation the villagers fled. They hurriedly gathered their families and boarded their canoes, paddling toward a neighboring island. In the chaos, an ill and heavily pregnant woman was left behind. She called out, but her voice was drowned by the cries of panic. Alone and abandoned, she sought refuge deep within the jungle, hiding from the monstrous serpent that had claimed her home. A new life in the shadows. Days turned to weeks, and weeks to months. The serpent continued to prowl the island, devouring the remaining animals, leaving behind an eerie silence. But deep within the safety of the jungle, the abandoned woman gave birth to a baby boy. She named him Azu. Determined to protect her son, she raised him in secrecy. She taught him how to move quietly, how to hunt without drawing attention, and how to survive in a land ruled by a predator. For years, they remained hidden. Azu grew strong, his body honed by the trials of survival, his mind sharp as he listened to the stories his mother told of the life that once flourished on their island. The birth of a warrior. One day, as Azu reached his teenage years, he asked his mother, "Where did all the people go?" His mother, with a heavy heart, told him the truth. She spoke of the great serpent that had destroyed their village, of the suffering it had caused, and of the people who had escaped, never to return. Azu clenched his fists. "Then why do we still hide?" he asked. "Why do we let this beast claim our home?" His mother's eyes filled with sadness. "Because we are powerless against it, my son." But Azu refused to accept defeat. "I will not live in fear," he declared. "I will slay the serpent and reclaim our land." The battle against the beast. Azu spent days preparing. He crafted weapons, sharp spears from hardened wood, knives made from stone, and a bow strong enough to pierce even the thickest hide. Then, with a heart full of determination, he set out toward the mountains where the serpent was said to dwell. The cave was vast and dark, the air thick with the scent of decay. Bones littered the ground, a grim reminder of the beast's wrath. Azu stepped forward cautiously, his spear clutched tightly in his hands. A low growl echoed through the cave. Then from the darkness, two fiery eyes emerged. The serpent lunged. Azu rolled aside just in time, feeling the rush of air as the beast's massive jaws snapped shut. He retaliated with a swift strike, driving his spear into the creature's side. The serpent roared in pain, its tail lashing out, sending Azu crashing against the cave wall. But Azu did not falter. He rose to his feet and charged once more, dodging and striking with precision. The battle raged on, the ground trembling beneath them as they clashed. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Azu saw his opening. With all his strength, he leapt onto the serpent's head and drove his blade deep into its skull. The beast let out a final, deafening shriek before collapsing. Silence fell over the island, the return of the people. With the serpent's head as proof of his victory, Azu returned to his mother. Tears filled her eyes as she embraced her son, overwhelmed with pride and relief. They placed the serpent's head onto a wooden raft and set it afloat toward the neighboring island where the villagers had taken refuge. When the raft arrived, the people gasped in shock and disbelief. The beast that had driven them from their home was no more. With hope reignited, the villagers returned. They found their land safe once again, thanks to Azu's bravery. The people rebuilt their homes, restoring the island to its former glory. In honor of his courage, Azu was hailed as a hero, and his name was forever etched into the legends of their people. Once again, the island thrived, and peace was restored. And so the tale of Asu, the warrior who slew the ancient serpent, was passed down from generation to generation. A story of courage, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between a people and their land.